Monday morning. We've got public holiday today for the Queen's birthday. Happy birthday, Queen. And I have got so much to pack into today that it's not funny, so I'm going to make this a real quick update. Peas flowering, lots of flowers. So we should have peas very shortly. I'm not sure if they're I think they're the sugar snap peas. This one here looks like the telephone pea. It's slightly more blue than green. I planted out the seedlings that I had under the lights. Broccoli, cabbage and kale. And I don't know which is which, or these are kale on this end. But as for these ones, I don't know which is which. Last night, just before it got dark, I raced out here and turned in a bag of sheep manure. And I've got 3 rows of beetroot and 1 row at the back of turnip. Here we've got 1, 2, 3 more rows of beetroot and 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of pard turnip. And then stupid me, idiot, last night I ran inside, grabbed a packet of seeds in the dark, which I was sure were parsnip. When I got back to my desk and put the packet on the bench top, I read the packet and it actually said the cream gold onion. So I thought I had 3 rows of parsnips here, but in fact they will probably be onions. So I don't even know if they're gonna sprout. Anyway, I'll have to find a new spot for parsnips now. Broad beans have come up. It's been 2 or 3 weeks now. Grown up big, so now that I know where I planted the last lot, I can see them all. In between the gaps I've plugged in a few more seeds, and along the back edge go up the fence, so they should just follow up behind these ones with their fruiting. Onions that I planted last weekend are all still intact. Nobody's dug them up, nobody seems to have eaten them, so that's good, and quite a few of them are actually standing up properly now. Some of them were a bit bent and sad looking, so excellent. Because I haven't been out here for a little while, I guess you don't see it when you're here looking at it every day, but things are actually growing now. It's good. So these are the tomatoes that I had under the light inside. There's probably as much stem under the earth as there is sticking out the top, so that should have plenty of opportunity to grow roots. The stems are nice and thick, and I was worried that they weren't actually going to kick on because we had a few cold days and it was didn't seem to be staying warm in here. These ones here are branches off, or suckers off of a plant that was there that had just grown out of the compost, which I snapped off, and all I've done is stuck them in the ground. So if they grow, all good. This is a capsicum or bell pepper, that just grew out of the compost over the other side near the pumpkins that I stuck in, and that's it did have little buds on it. There are still a few in there, you can't really see, but it's not going very far at the moment. We'll just leave that. Spinach is being spinach, going good. Kohlrabies, finally, they seem to be fattening up more, so, and the leaves are actually have grown back. Well, some of them have. Still got all of these little capsicum things. I really should pick some of them. Chili bush. More peas in here. These are the same as what is over the other side, but you can tell the difference. I didn't treat these with any sort of extra manure or anything, and they're only about 2 foot tall, where the other ones are about 5 foot tall. So I best give them some poo. My biggest hurrah is these iceberg lettuce. The heads are actually getting nice and formed and fattening up. That one's a bit loose, but yeah, they're looking good. These are the different types. This is Great Lakes, I think, and this is actually icebergs. Or maybe not. I don't remember. Anyway, so that's good. Happy about that. And these ones are the ones I planted out the other week. It's those that didn't get eaten. Ah, millipede. Get off. Those that didn't get eaten have grown quite nicely. Over this side, the Chinese cabbage is hooking along. Great. One of them got munched on. And these other ones, although there is evidence of worms, because there's worm poo on here, I don't see them. Maybe I picked him off a while ago and this is just leftover. I don't remember what these are. I think they're cabbage. No, cauliflower. Because this is definitely cauliflower and it's got those same sorts of curved leaves, which this has. Got Paula's disease. I have to label things. These ones are broccoli. They've got the more jagged, funny leaves on them. So these are struggling along, but they are growing. So we'll see. At least things are kicking off in here. Kale probably needs a bit more food. Eggplant's looking a bit sad. One little eggplant on it, a spider on it. But it does have, you know, a new flower head and a new shoot coming out the top. I don't know, I have to read up on these, on if you can prune them back. See if there's new growth here. Could I snip that off there and will it grow from that point? So, time to do some research. Time to transplant some tomatoes. These are the ones that I had under the lights, the first to fruit tomato. Some of them are looking a bit thirsty. I'm going to transplant them. Some of them I put in the greenhouse, and a couple I'm going to put in this tub that my sister got me for Christmas. You right there, dog? So to begin with, the bag of cocoa peat and soil that I mixed up the other day, which is perfectly loamy, feels really good and moist. I'm going to use that to fill it with. There's 3 holes in the bottom of the pot here, so I've packed in some of that soil right into those holes, because there's a reservoir underneath, and those bits go down into the reservoir, so they will act as the wick to pull the moisture up into the pot. So I'm just going to put a layer of this soil in the bottom, probably with a bit of alpaca poo. Plant the tomatoes in nice and deep, down as low as I can go, and then top the rest up with more of this stuff. Okay, just to show you so far, I've taken them out of their little pots, popped them on top of about a 1-inch base of soil and manure, and I've got them in position, and so I'm just now topping it up, and the soil's going to come right up to as high as I can go, probably about there. So all of that stem's going to be under soil, and that should grow roots and help the plants to flourish inside this pot. Alright, be back shortly. Okay, plant it out. This pot comes with these stalks and... Doggy, you right there, mate? Don't push me over. What are you doing? What are you doing, doggy? Hello, 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 hello. Get out now. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so it comes with these rings. So I'll have to feed it up through the gaps as it grows. Hopefully they grow happy. Now I've just got to figure out where I'm going to put it. Okay, number 1, you have to excuse the neighbour's dogs. And the neighbour. Okay, I've planted one of these tomatoes here in the greenhouse. Just putting them next to the other ones. So nice in here today. Beautiful. So I've dug the hole as deep as I can without it all falling back in the hole. Just taken it out of the tub and pop it in the bottom. Pinched off all of the leaves up the stem, and now I'm just going to fill it in. This soil I have already dug through some alpaca poo, and there's also some rock dust in it as well, so it should be all ready to go. I pop that in. Sorry, it's really difficult to do this one-handed, isn't it? So because those leaves are touching the ground, I'll actually pinch them off too, to make sure, number one, there's no ramps for the bugs to climb up, and number two, so it doesn't rot. Now this leaf is a bit dry and crispy because it touched the light under the light fixture, so I'll just nip that one off as well. See that one there, and that's it, ready to give them a good water in. I'll give them some alpaca poo tea or compost tea. Ooh, actually might give them some worm tea. And we'll see how they go. Being midwinter, they might be a bit slow to kick off, but now that my greenhouse feels to be working very well and everything else seems to be going okay, hopefully it'll be a success. One more to plant that's looking pretty sick. I don't know if that's going to survive or not. We'll plant it anyway. We'll just put it over this side. Okay then, talk to you soon.